Welcome to Soccer We Like It, the Man United direction. Today we are talking about the match reaction between Man United and Everton preseason game. I think probably the last preseason game before the season starts next Saturday. Today I have two guys from Houston Red Army, Joe and Bems. Welcome to the show. Guys, let's see. United scored 4. This is, I think, the best performance out of all the preseason games. Was it due to the fact that they had more first team players today than the previous ones, or Everton were just poor? I'm going to start with Bems. 4-0 to United. What did you think?
It was better than the previous weeks. Obviously, yeah. I mean, it was good that most of the first team players, if not more, pretty much all, got more minutes on their legs today in preparation for the Leeds game. It was a good game. It was a good performance. First half was better than the second half for sure. I think we moved the ball a little bit is in quicker, but not quick enough, in my opinion. It was still we did move the ball isn't quicker than before. I think all around it was an okay performance. It wasn't lightning in my opinion. I think a lot of the some of the goals we scored were if Pickford was if Pickford did a better job, I don't think we'd have scored that many goals.
That's England's number one, bro.
Pickford woofed a lot of imagine England's number one. And he played better than the Euros. I'm surprised. I guess he doesn't care much because it's just a preseason game. But it was good to see Bruno score a wonderful free kick. Let's hope Bruno gets back to the way he was in the beginning of last season, well, majority of last season. And good to see Maguire score a header. It's about time. I mean, and I mean, all in all, it was a good performance, but it could have been better. You can, in my opinion, Van der Beek. I mean, Van der Beek is shown that he can play in that double pivots. I mean,
Right.
with Van der Beek in there and Matic, Van der Beek just kept the ball moving. He just kept the ball moving. Quick moving. So I definitely like that about is in the first half. So it was okay. It was good. It wasn't like a wonderful performance. It was just good.
Okay, Joe. Man United 4, Everton 0. What was your take on the game?
It was a really good, solid game. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's definitely we played significantly better than some of the other games because we had a few of our starters in there. Um, the shutout, of course, with Harry Maguire back on the team. Um, Bruno doing bits. Matic looked pretty solid again today. But then, of course, Everton wasn't that great at all. They were almost, I would say they were below average today. They weren't on it. We had to pick a litter. Of course, that just goes their lineup. They didn't have any pivot people. They didn't have any focus point. It was hard for them to get the ball forward because they didn't have their forwards out there. So, and midfield wise, we just completely dominated. But huge parts of the game, you didn't even know James Rodriguez was on the roster for Everton.
Wow.
So, yeah, solid professional game. I love that we had the shutout. They got lucky a couple of times, but yeah, good performance.
Right. Bems, in the last couple of preseason matches, which United lost, fumbled, and drew a few, in today's game, was there a better pattern of play? Did you see Ole's new strategy being molded in a way?
No, I didn't see. Be honest with you, I didn't really see a difference between this season, between this game and the way we played last. I'm being honest. I didn't see any difference in the way we played. It's just there's still no. I mean, there is still no pattern. Like there's still no system of play. There's still no. I still don't see it clearly. I'm going to be honest. We what worked in the first half was that we moved the ball quicker from
Right.
midfield to attack.
Right.
Right now, when we move the ball quicker from midfield to attack, we tend to create more chances. But again, still, we didn't really create that many. We really didn't really create chances if you look at it, because Martial didn't really get chances. Right. Greenwood didn't really get chances. Martial is in the striker, didn't really get chances. Martial kept dropping in just like he always does to receive the ball, and then he moves. I mean, the style of play and pattern of play, I still don't really see it. It's a side to side passing, but what helped today was Van der Beek and Matic. Matic played well today. Yeah, and he played very well. Matic moved the ball quickly, in my opinion. So if it wasn't for Matic and Van der Beek, I think it would have been a totally different performance. So that pattern of play is still not there. It's just, I mean, it's pretty much similar to last season, in my opinion. I'm curious to see what happens when Varane gets in. When Varane gets in,
Sancho
and Sancho gets in the team, I expect a better performance of the way we normally play. I just expect it to be better. I expect more chances to be created. I expect us to move the ball quicker. But as far as the pattern of play is still not there for me.
All right, Joe. Did you see anything different from the previous games? Did you see? Yes, the results have been better. What did you see different today, other than more senior players played today?
Not much. Pretty much the same exact thing. We
Wow.
played our game better today, right? And I think it's pretty much set in stone. This is Ole's system, and Ole's system is contingent on having the best players at those positions to play those parts. That's how you know how far it can go. Like it's not. I don't think it's gonna get any better with Ole's strategy. You know, it's only gonna get better when the players get better, and that's just it feels like that's a system, and you know, if it works, it works. You know. But yeah, not seeing any particular patterns. I think they have like a set kind of approach, right? If they all know that they're going to be going on the left now. Like I know the team knows where they need to be as far as that. We're just on this side, you know, we're making our approach this way. But like as far as something that you'll see patterns, certain runs that you see over and over, no. So, but I mean, if we can do it better, right? And I always thought that there was a plus about not necessarily having a style of play, because then you're less predictable. But if you're not really creative in that style, then you won't show up. You know, you won't look like you're unpredictable. You'll just keep on doing the same exact things over and over.
Right.
You know, so it really depends on having creative players out there that that can just mix things up. So hopefully with having a solid back line with Varane and more creativity with Sancho, hopefully that'll elevate what we saw today even more.
Right. Bams, man of the match today? Well, you want to do man of the match first half, man of the match second half?
Man of the match, I'm gonna have to give it. Is gonna be between Matic and Van der Beek. I would say Matic. I think Matic was solid first half. Second half is tough, man. I don't have one for second half, to be honest with you. Right. I don't think we second half. Yeah, I can't. I don't have a man of the match second half, but first half was Matic for me.
Joe, man of the match first half, man of the match second half, or man of the match for the whole game?
Yeah, I'm about to agree too with Matic. Just kept it moving. Good solid cover for the back, and you know, he didn't seem like he was getting exposed as much. So I don't know if like the standard has been lower for Matic. So if you see him do something different, like, hey, not of the match played, but solid play by him. But yeah, the second half,
Best goal out of the four, Bems.
yeah.
Best goal out of the four will have to be Bruno. Bruno's free kick, man. That was well taken, man. Well taken free kick. There's nothing that Pickford could have done. Yeah, I think that was the best goal out of four for me.
Joe, same question. Best goal out of the lot.
Best goal, I'm gonna have to, I like to go for difficulty. You gotta give it to Harry. Lost his guy doing a corner kick. He was moving, top fins to the right corner. As far as difficulty is concerned, and considering how close Bruno was, I'm gonna have to give it to Harry for.
So you're giving it to Harry. You're giving
Pickford couldn't touch it either.
So you're giving it to a set piece. You're giving it to two set pieces actually. One free kick, one corner kick. I mean, I would like Harry to get onto more of those with Varane as well. So they got a bit of
energy out there.
Yeah. I mean, what did you think of Lindelof today? Bems?
Lindelof today? Lindelof was okay. He was okay. I mean, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. He did okay. He had a decent game. Yeah. Nothing. He didn't. I don't think he really did anything bad, in my opinion.
Right. His position is the one that's going to be jeopardized. So he's probably pissed off, but he shouldn't be surprised.
I mean, come on. What else does he expect?
Yo, listen. We would be. Is there anybody here that doesn't think we'll be having a different conversation about Lindelof if Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison played today?
I agree. If Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin plays today, it would be
he would struggle.
I agree. Yeah, he
exactly.
Was yeah. I think so. Yeah, good point there. Yeah, good point. I think it's because I mean, you had Gray was playing. Was it Damari Gray was playing number 9? Was playing number 9 for him. He's not a striker. So yeah, that's the easy. The only thing that Damari Gray has on Lindelof is speed.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, it didn't really create problems for Lindelof today. So yeah, if it was a different striker,
he had an easy day.
Different conversation.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Joe, what are you giving the team?
I'm gonna give the team a 6.5, maybe even a 7. For one, the shutout. Yes, I mean, you gotta give them a credit for that shutout, and pretty solid play that I saw in the first half. So I give them a 6.5.
Bam.
Maybe 7.
The whole. Yeah, I'm 6.5. I agree.
6.5.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna ask you this one question. With the transfer window, I think shuts next week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it shuts at the end of the
month. Do you think United are trying to just drag this thing on and not sign any more players? Do you have a feeling, or you're sure we're gonna sign more?
I heard rumors that we're gonna get one more player. I don't know what that player is. I'm thinking that player is gonna be Trippier. That's what I'm hearing. But it's not gonna be a CDM like we know we need. The CDM is the one thing that was clear today that we need. The missing link in that team is a CDM. It clear as day. You can see the way, as I say, you see the way we played in the first half. We played better in the first half versus second half is because we had a true CDM. We had Matic playing in the first half. So if you come to the second half, we dropped off a little bit because we didn't really have a CDM. So imagine that team with a CDM. You just imagine that team with a CDM, a true CDM in that team when Varane gets in there and then Sancho gets in there. it'll be a totally different team.
Right.
So it just sucks that Matic can't play that many games, that Matic is past it. So yeah, I think yeah, Trippier is the one that I'm expecting. I don't expect I don't expect the CDM before the window's shut.
Joe.
Yeah, I think we might get one more person in, but I think that might be contingent on if we're able to get somebody out. Right? I'm seeing a lot of people,
True,
you know,
yeah.
a lot of people coming in, but we still need to offload a few players. And Pereira, Lingard, I like him, but he's got to go.
Is it that nobody wants to buy these players, or what is the problem? Or United just want to hoard?
United are
I
not
don't
good
think he wants to go.
at selling. I think one is the contracts that we give him. We give him too much money, so it's hard to sell them. And then two, when we do want to sell them, we're asking for ridiculous money, and then it's like, I mean, I heard that that United want 30 mil for Lingard. And I mean, to be honest with you, Lingard is not, I mean, at best 25 mil. 25 mil, but they want 30 mil for Lingard. They want stupid money for some of these players. And they're not like, no one's gonna pay all isn't that much money. So I think it's a lot like bringing players in, we've done okay. We still need the CDM. But to be honest with you, if I was to grade this transfer window, I'm not gonna give it like a 7 like most people will give it. I'll give it a 6. Because
wow,
a successful transfer window is not what's coming in, it's what is going out.
Also going out, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there are a lot of players who should be out by now.
We have a big squad, man. And players like Mata, Matic, I mean Pereira, Lingard, I mean Jones, these players need to go. Like if you want to bring the players like the Hannibals and the Alangas, give those guys. Daniel James needs to go. If you want to give, in my opinion, like Daniel James.
How was he today?
Daniel James didn't do anything.
Yeah. Just did a job.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He just all he does is just I'm sorry, man. Daniel James is not. Yeah, he's not a proper He's not a proper football player, man. You will get more out of Elanga, and Elanga is better than Daniel James. Pelestri is better than Daniel James. Ahmad is better than Daniel James. 3 players, 3 wingers, all better than Daniel James.
Wow.
And all these other players are going to be going out on loan, and we're going to keep Daniel James.
Pelestri has already been put out on loan.
Yeah, Pelestri.
I just don't understand how.
Tuanzebe should be on his way out too.
Yeah, Tuanzebe is going to be going out on loan. Yeah.
Yeah. Loan or sell or sold. Loan.
He's going out on loan because he just signed a new, or he's about to, or he just signed a new contract. So he's not going to be sold right now.
I just have the feeling we hoard players. It's like we're scared to let them go. It's like, I mean, Pereira, you're not going to use him. He has no plans for you this season. Loan him out or sell him. Matic, whatever. Loan him. The Mata one, it is what it is. Oh, you want it to be a coach.
You know what's crazy? You would think it would be easier with bad players. You think it would be easier for you to want to offload players because they're completely useless to you. But like it's like as soon as they turn on, they put on that United badge, they just turn into employee. Like I don't know, they form this kind of this love for these players. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should have a decent reputation or relationship with your players, but this holding on to players, I don't understand it. It's not even that too. Like you see how they let players go and then like they come back in some kind of official capacity where that spot really should be held by a professional, not somebody who just left the league and they need a job. You know what I mean? So it's almost as if like the team is being ran like a mom and pop kind of feels, Ted Lasso type feels to it, but that's not what we need. We need to be able to get rid of offload players so that we can get our finances in order and start, because if you offload a bunch of bad players, you could be able to scrounge up enough money to get like an excellent veteran at a niche position that the guy used to be good, but maybe like almost kind of like a Cavani, but like there are other players out there that can do bits, you know. So I don't understand it. I don't understand it with the team. I just that's just management.
It is sad. Like I said, Ole was saying Jones he has plans with Jones this year. I'm thinking, really? Jones has not played in nearly 2 seasons. What plans can he possibly have for this guy? What he's down? He's lowest in the pecking order. He's lower than Transemic. He's lower than Bailly. He's lower than Lindo. So where is he going to be getting these games that Ole's talking about? I don't get that. I mean, the guy gets injured while injured, and you know what? It's like they're scared to let players go. Like, oh, let's respect him. And I mean, come on, this is not a retirement home. It's a football club. There's something called surplus to requirements. We don't need your service. Thank you for all the services you've given us. Have a nice day. We wish you all the best in your endeavors. Goodbye. But United are like, oh, should we let him go? All right, let's still give him one more chance. Let's help him get back to his feet. See what
I
I
don't
mean?
know. I really don't understand the charity toward Phil Jones. And that is straight up, that's welfare right there. That's like, that's just some kind of welfare. I don't understand it. You know, Phil Jones, it just boggles the mind. It really does, right?
It's just sad. It really is sad.
Get money.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. I don't think you can even sell. I don't think you can sell Phil Jones. He's worth nothing.
You can't. See, that's the thing. That was the crazy thing about it. You can't, like, when they re-signed his last contract, that's when I was like,
5 years.
Oh my God.
5 years.
Are you serious?
To an injury-prone player.
Who's gonna buy that contract?
That was a dumb move. Whoever did that, whoever signed,
that's Woodward did all that 5-year contract.
We need to get Phil Jones's agent and send him to like Israel and Palestine. He can sort that shit out in 3 hours, man. Because whoever's able to get Phil Jones those contracts, that guy's got a superpower. That guy or girl.
Even if we could go and join if we're going to go and join Smallings at Roma and reunite and have the Chuckle Brothers Part 2, that'd be good. Just go, you know?
Phil Jones should not be playing Premier League football.
No.
I wouldn't trust his body with the Premier League. If I was to sell him, I would sell him for his health. If Manchester United want to do this guy a solid, when they sell him to a championship team and let him work his way up, because I don't think he can physically.
That's even worse. Championship team is even worse. Championship is even more.
It's harder. It's a more rugged league.
It's more rugged.
So he'll be done in 6 games. He'll be broken up in 6 games.
Championship will break. Like, you think Premier League is physical? Go to Championship. That place is
send him to Scotland then. I don't know.
Well, it is what it is. We'll just have to see. So it would be nice if United could sign a CDM. It would be nice to get a CDM and Trippier. And I'll be happy. I'll give the transfer window a 7 out of 10, a 7. I'll give them 6.8 for Sancho, Varane, a Trippier, and a CDM, and that would be good. Now gel them together.
6.8. Nah, I'm giving them an 8, bro. Come on, man.
An 8?
Yo,
Sancho was supposed to be signed last year.
You're giving United an 8 for this transfer window?
Listen to what he said. He said we signed Sancho, Varane. If we get Trippier and a central defensive midfielder, right? Yeah, they're gonna get they'll get a
7.
really high
7 would be the highest.
7.7.
7 it would be the max. 7.
We still have some dead weight, but
say they get all, like you said, they get all those players, Sancho, Varane, CDM, as Trippier, and they offload Lingard, Pereira, Jones, and all them surplus remark. Then I will give them an 8, as in beautiful.
I agree with that. Yeah,
but if they get those 4 and don't sell nobody, then that's a 6.
I'm very curious. What is the scenario that gets a 9.5 or a 10?
Selling players who will make an impact and getting rid of the dead wood. As in the team you now have, as in the core players left, these are the players who are going to change the football dynamics of Man United. Will win you a trophy. Start with a League Cup. Start with an FA Cup.
But-
going far
wait,
in the
wait,
I'll
Champions
put it
League.
this way.
Don't we have that right now?
Hmm?
Don't we have key players that have just been brought in that will significantly?
But the thing about
Two. One was supposed to
we
be
got
brought in
two,
last year.
but we've not solved. See, the thing is, the only way you get a 9 out of 10 is solving all your issues. Like
Yeah.
if you solve all your issues
Okay.
in that summer, you solve all your issues, what you need, and then you get rid of players that you don't need. And when I mean you clear out like a good number of players you don't
Yeah.
need. If you do that,
Okay, so-
then you get a 9. 8, yeah. If you do that, I mean,
8.
when I mean solve your issues, when I mean solve all your issues, like CDM, right? Right wing, center back,
Okay.
right? And
Okay.
then
You gotta spit out of that
well, those are the main issues, really. Then you can argue, then you can say, okay, get a right back to compete, to push
Wan-Bissaka.
right? You do that, right? And then you get rid of the Jones, you get rid of the Matas, Pereiras, Lingards, Daniel James, players that you technically do not need. You get rid of those. And then you get your prized possessions, like your important players, re-sign them on extend your contracts, like Pogba, because Pogba is a key person to this team. If you do all that, then you get a 9.
Then you get a 9. I'm with Benz on this one. Me and Benz
Then
don't
you
normally
get a
agree on
9.
it, but that we agree. That's a 9. But
Okay,
what,
so
but Joe, what you are trying to give them now is a 6.
What added thing would have taken it from a 9 to a 10?
They win a trophy at the end of that season.
Exactly.
Wait,
Yes.
no. But we're judging the transfer. Oh, so
No.
you're judging the transfer window
On top of, because end of the it's all decisions.
Okay, so
Yes, exactly. At the end of the season.
So we could sit
all
down
that we
in
did
May.
was
We
give
could
us
sit
a
down at the end of the season with a glass of champagne, a bit of bubbly, and say, you know what? That was a fucking great transfer. Great players in, made an impact.
So
a lot of
the transfer
crap
window,
sent out, and FA Cup, league title, or they went for Champions League and won 2 trophies.
So you're saying that the score for the transfer,
no
the
trophies.
score for the transfer windows evolves throughout the season.
Yeah, it evolved around the season. But like I said, the impact of those players you brought
the impact of the players,
it is very vital. If they didn't make any impact, then we have a problem, mate.
Because
So
you have to give.
But you're making it so like, okay, wouldn't it be possible? Would it be possible for you to give a team a 9, right, or a 10 at the end of the season, even though some of the reasons why you might have given it a 7 in the beginning of the season, the reason, like, okay, so let's say we were giving them a 6 because they haven't ticked up all the boxes, right? Right. Let's say that we decide to keep Dalot, right, and we bring him in, and instead of it being Trippier to challenge Wan-Bissaka is Dalot, but right now we're just giving him a 6. But then we play the entire season, right? And those things that you thought were faults actually are what elevated us to win games and stuff like that. So you're saying that you could say 6 now, but then we can still potentially get up to the 9s and 10s at the end of the season.
Joe, but the thing is that it's not possible for us to get to the 9s with the players we have.
I will grade them as the transfer window ends in August. They'll be graded. Then there'll be a final grade at the end of the season, what they achieved from this transfer window. If there was nothing achieved, then I'm sorry. That's a fail. This team needs to be winning trophies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Leicester City won an FA Cup. I don't want to keep hearing Jose Mourinho, I want trophies. This is a better team than what Jose had. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So if this team doesn't win, it's a serious underachievement, and Ole needs to start to pack his suitcases and get the fuck out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's win something.
There's no way. There's no way this team put together
that should have been
on
part
paper.
Of this contract.
This team is good enough to win trophy. This team is good enough to win trophies, not the Premier League, but trophies. We're good enough to win FA Cup, Carabao Cup. We're good enough to win those domestic trophies. Now, with this team, right? Let's say, okay, as you said, right? We get the Sancho and Varane, right? We keep the low. But the thing about it is that we already know that the midfield is not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only so much at the end of the transfer window. There's only so many points you can get. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're 6, right? We still haven't solved the midfield issue, right?
Nope.
Let's say at the end of the season we win a trophy, right? I mean, I'll say, okay, maybe I'll go from a 6 to a 7 because those signings that we got, they impacted the team. We won the trophy.
Yeah.
But you can only get so much because you still did not solve that midfield issue, which was getting the CDM.
Well, okay, so are you saying that? You're saying that there's a potential scenario where we win trophies and everything, but our midfield is just shit. Right?
But the thing about it is that,
the midfield would have to be successful.
But we all know that the midfield is an issue. We will struggle to do more than win like let's say a trophy because of the midfield. The midfield.
But I'm saying is,
there's only so much to do with that midfield.
I'm saying if we do more significantly with that midfield, either players are trained to elevate themselves.
But Joe, but that's not even
possible. Style of play for a little bit.
It's not possible for us to do significantly more because we've already seen the proof. You've seen it season after season. What would change? What can happen? Is it all of a sudden to just significantly improve? It's not going to happen.
I mean, we've seen players, in certain positions have breakout seasons. If Fred all over the sudden, McTominay.
So you're telling me that McFred is going to have a breakout season?
I don't think so, man.
I'm not saying no. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
But that's what you're saying though. Breakout season. Because I'm talking about midfield now. I'm talking about midfield.
I'm talking about midfield. What I'm saying is, if for whatever reason they click this season, okay, whatever all is trying to do with them,
they've not clicked before. They can't do more than what their ability takes them to.
That's
They're not good enough. It's just simple.
I understand that. There was a time that I would have. I'm just saying, if it clicks, you guys have to reevaluate what you thought was a hole in our game as far as the midfield. I'm just saying, why can't you just revisit it?
Okay. So the only way that I'll revisit it is if we got another midfielder. I cannot revisit because Fred and McTominay are not. They're simply just not good enough. We've seen that season after we saw that last season. There's only so much McTominay and Fred can do. Like,
exactly.
They can't give you what they don't have.
Exactly.
They can't give you what they don't have.
No, they can't.
All I'm saying is if they prove us wrong, we have to reevaluate it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
But I doubt it.
I
very much.
highly doubt that, man.
I doubt it so much.
I doubt it too. All right. But if it does happen, because this is football, we have to be logical. To reevaluate this.
Yeah, I see your point. Right? I see your point.
That's all I'm trying. That's all I'm asking.
All right. Okay. Well, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Nice
argument right there, man.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to join us on our 4K journey. We have just heard from Houston Red Army. Joe and Bems discussing the Match United game against Everton. They talked about the players. They talked about United's transfer window, where we are, and what they expect. So we will see you guys in our next video from us. It's glory, glory, Man United. See you guys on the next one. All right, guys.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Take care.
Bye.